for my Pyros. Man, I tell you, work has been kicking my behind, and that's why things on the channel have been a little wonky and not so heavily produced. It's just cause, man, with the past month and a half, the way I've been killed during these retail hours, bruh, is just been crazy. Very little time to edit and still consume so much media and write reviews, which is why I'm probably going to have to switch to video reviews for a lot of stuff here in the near future to try and get the content out, because to sit and write it is a little bit too time consuming at the moment. It's easy to just kind of shoot the video and upload it real quick and say, here, it's done, enjoy it. Yeah, that's something that I just want to let you, my Pyros, know, and also the rest of the world know, because this is the public edition of For My Pyros. I do it every 5th episode of this update series, where I just let you know what's going on in my life, what's going on with me creatively, and just, you know, some of the things I've been interested in. So what we call the whole what I'm interested in section is bias flares, because I'm sending a flare to bring attention to things that I've been watching, that I've enjoyed, that I think you may also do the same with. So, you know, this time I want to do the anime edition, because I still have not yet to talk about this past season. So, as you know, I watched the Funimation dubs, so I'm going off of that. I gotta say, Saga of Tanya the Evil was flipping dope. Masamune-kun's Revenge was entertaining. I'll put it that way. It was entertaining. It was a little bit frustrating, especially how it ended, because it definitely could have just ended right there. But that's for another time. But it was still good. The School for Monster Girls, interviews with Monster Girls, that mug was so great. The dub was just, it's so sweet, and it was great. Fuka was a very fun, lighthearted music anime that I really enjoyed watching. What else was there that I just had fun watching? Because I watched quite a bit. Tales of Zestiria the Cross was pretty cool. Like I ended up binge watching the first season to watch the second season along with Double Talk, which unfortunately is now on hiatus. But it's a pretty good show. It's just so beautiful. just the graphics is just so beautiful, and the story is pretty interesting. So you know, I was keeping up with everything in the Double Talk lineup, so I know there's something else I think I'm missing. The second half of Nambaka was absolutely hilarious. I will have a link, like always, to Muddy Cold. You can see what our cult leader, the Muddy Cold leader, Miko, thought of Nambaka, at least the first season, on the blog. And maybe I'll be able to throw my hat in the ring later on in video format, since that's what I'm gonna have to switch to for a little while. What else was I watching during the season? Because there was so much that I was watching. Golly. So I definitely gotta say the ones that I mentioned are worth checking out. But this season, what I'm watching so far is Love Tyrant, because that mug is crazy. just off of the first 2 episodes I've seen, crazy. The Akashic school thing, that mug is pretty cool too. I dig that show so far, and that's only been 2 episodes in the dub. I have not started watching Attack on Titan season 2 yet. I'm planning on it, so don't worry. I don't even really be the fires flared, but you know, just to let you know, I am gonna be checking it out. What else? What am I currently watching that I just started to? Gosh, I'm gonna have to just kind of look on here real quick to be 100% sure. Golly. Let's see. Oh, new show. A couple new shows that I'm gonna check out. I checked out the first dub episode of Silver Guardian. I'm super confused by it. The Royal Tutor seemed, after seeing the first episode, seems like it's gonna be a very cool show. I'm looking forward to seeing how that pans out. Okay, this Akashic records of a bastard magician or something like that. That's pretty cool. World End, I saw the first episode of the dub there. I'm also confused with it, but I'm still watching it to see how it pans out. What else was going on? 7 Mortal Sins. I'm gonna give it like maybe 2 more episodes to see if I want to drop it or not, because it may just be a little too much with the fan service and such. But I don't know. My Hero Academia season 2, of course, I'm watching because because the first season was so dope. So I'm watching that. Kato the Right Answer. The first episode was interesting, and then the way it ended let me know that, maybe I'm not gonna know how in the world this mug is gonna play out at all. Because now it's like gonna be otherworldly or something, and I'm like, okay. But we'll see how that goes. Trickster. Trickster was an interesting show. There's a few things in there that are just made me be like, I don't know why they did it like that, but okay. But it was entertaining. I was able to stick it out to the end. Miss Kobayashi was the other one that I'm so upset I forgot. That show was amazing. I'm sorry, hands down one of my favorite shows of the season. It was just so good. Every episode was just so good. That and Monster Girls were like some of my favorite things to watch. And then just in the rewatching phase, I'm rewatching Tokyo Ghoul, and I'm rewatching Heaven's Lost Property just because, you know, I wanted to. And I'm gonna have to rewatch all of the first season of Attack on Titan before I move on to season 2. That's another reason why I haven't really started it yet, because I know I need to refresh myself on everything that happened in season 1. The other show that I watched last season was Handshakers, and I watched all the way through, but still it was kind of a weird show. It was kind of a weird show to watch, but you know, I watched it, so it was watchable. Just I know a lot of things that probably turned a lot of people off on it. But anyway, that's kind of my fires flares for this edition of the anime edition. My bad, fires flare anime edition. But what I'm actually going to let you guys know is there's going to be a link attached at the end of this video if you want to check out a show that I did last weekend. I did a quick 30-minute set. It wasn't my best set. I dropped the ball quite a bit, and I kind of let the crowd, if you want to call it a crowd, get to me at times, and that's a little bit why I fumbled before it, like earlier in the set. So I gotta grade my performance like a C minus. It was almost below average. But if you want to see that, there'll be a link at the end of this video for you to go check it out. But that's especially for My Pyros. I'm not gonna have that just completely global and available to watch. It'll be, you know, linked to it only to check it out. Because if you want to see a much better performance, then I have that, you know, available to watch. and that's another For My Pyros episode that actually has me live at the Booby Trap, and hopefully I'll be able to perform, if not at the Booby Trap, somewhere else in Topeka when I come there in June. So if you're in the Kansas, Topeka area, you know, like Lawrence, that whole area around there, maybe Kansas City, most likely not, but maybe I'll be able to perform out there. So yeah, that's it for My Pyros. Still working on music and junk for this next album, getting some collabs in order and such, so things are looking good on that front. The work has not slowed that down because I tried to make sure I had the time to at least keep the writing portion of the project in line, because I'm still really shooting for that fall release. But yeah, that's it for My Pyros today. Much love, peace.
Hip hop doesn't register in 10, but make it for your own. It's also the club, that's why they tell me that I don't even know. I'm trying to be the alternative, but I'm living like with an alternative. Cause I don't smoke, I don't drink, unless it's canned in every big cup. I got 23 flavors, but since we're only one of those flavors, nigga bangers. Like a Pomale service selling, cocaine, a felon, aiming at your melon with the deadly weapon of a street record. What did you step in the car?